Séance extraordinaire du Conseil d'arrondissement pour ce mercredi 26 novembre. On a quelques items ce soir pour vous, mais je crois qu'on commence, M. Gauthier, avec la période des questions.
Oui, Monsieur le maire, il y a une personne qui s'est inscrite, donc Mrs. Martha Bond.
Merci.
So, this is the first I've heard about a educational community garden at Jean-Briand Park. Could you explain it, please? And I imagine you're adopting a cost for this park, and please put it in context.
Yes, as you know, you haven't heard of it, but this type of project has already existed in the borough. And it is a project that already runs with the Fonds d'aide de l'Ouest de l'île, which is the West Island Assistance Fund. They've been doing this project on their vacant lot that sits on Commercial Center, and have been doing that quite successfully for the last few years. And so what this project is, in collaboration with the Transition, Ecological and Resilience Department of Montreal, is to not only create this public space, if you will, in Jean-Briand Park, but the funding for this comes in full, paid by this department in Montreal for about $135,000. And so that amount is being subsidized by that entity in Montreal. And again, it's to work in partnership with the local organization that we have, which is in this case, the West Island Assistance Fund, to continue the great work that they do already on that vacant lot, but now shift over into that part of that green space that will offer not only the program that they were offering before, it gives them other opportunities to do even more. So we're excited about it. I think it's the first time that we've been able to acquire the funding that we need for a project like this in totality by the City of Montreal. And so we're anxious to get this project started for them so that they can begin this process as soon as possible, especially now that they will be moving into a larger space on Commercial Center, as you know, and will be able to offer a whole array of services.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, they will be moving into another property. So this is the answer for the question that you had
Where
tonight.
is Jean-Briand Park?
Jean-Briand Park?
Yeah.
You don't know where Jean-Briand Park is? It's right next to or close to the train station parking lot in that sector of Roxboro, right there, which is a walking distance, actually, from Commercial Center. And so, again, it's to assist an organization that is providing incredible work at that level. And we're making sure that we provide at least a facility for them to be able to do that.
So it's a vegetable garden?
Well, we'll leave it up to them to be able to decide what type of educative, they have vegetables where they are now. I suspect in one of the plots they will be doing that, but again, I'm not well placed to be able to tell you how they plan to use that space. I know we're working very closely in collaboration with them, and once we have that site developed, then of course they have the right to use it in the way that they feel to be able to provide that educational sort of part of what they do at the West Island Assistance Fund already to help, especially those most vulnerable. So again, they've been doing it actively on the vacant lot. It's been very successful, and so now we only look forward and say how much more can they do now in a site that's designed to be able to do that type of service.
So that's in addition to where they have, or they're not?
Last I saw that lot, Mrs. Bond, is for sale, so I suspect
okay.
I suspect they will be selling that lot.
That's the
And
goal.
if that sells, then of course they no longer have a facility, and so this is perfect timing for them as well to be able to do that. Thank you, Mrs. Bond.
And the public park is not being affected?
Well, look, the public park, if you don't know where that is, but I know where that is because that's been there since the Roxboro years of 60 years ago, even I remember. And if I can tell you, I mean, back in the day, we built a playground there for the children. That won't be affected. We have a basketball court that's there. That won't be affected. But there's also a larger sort of unused green space that sits kind of behind some of those row houses. And I know for a fact that it's not used to its full potential. And the plot that I don't have the specifications here, but will not occupy the whole park. So there will still be ample green space to be used for other purposes as well. We're not eliminating any elements that are there already in that park is what I'm saying. We're just going to use a section of the green space that is underused right now to be given back to the community in the way that we're passing tonight.
Is it a one-year time frame, or is it a 4-year time frame?
No, I mean, look, the program is for the Fonds to use that facility at their leisure. And so certainly we're going to work with them to make sure that it succeeds. I mean, we don't want to build something and not have it succeed. Like we built the other public garden, if you know, on 2nd Street in Gouin, that's utilized to its full capacity, and I can't tell you the amount of kilos that it yields in food for the West Island Mission, but that's a garden that works quite successfully, and that was the initiative of the borough to put that in place and partner with that organization that does incredible work for the community and serves over 400 families a week. And we are just one of the gardens that they have throughout the West Island. And so is Fond Aid going to go that route to harvest vegetables and produce to be able to give back to the residents? That still has to be seen. But I can tell you the relationship we have with these organizations is very good, and I'm inspired by it, and so we are all when we have these type of projects, particularly that are subsidized 100% by the city center. And so that's why we're excited about it tonight. And we have to pass it because this council meeting was supposed to be earlier on, but because of the election, we've had to pass it now, and we have to make sure that we can at least start building that portion of the park to be able to have it ready as soon as possible in the spring. Thank you, Mrs. Bond. Monsieur Gauthier, le 10-03, que soit adopté tel que soumis lors du jour de la séance extraordinaire du Conseil d'arrondissement de Pierrefonds-Roxboro du 26 novembre 2025 à 19h15.
J'appuie.
20-01. Que le Conseil d'arrondissement autorise une dépense de 132 620, taxes incluses, à savoir 123 944, taxes incluses, pour le contrat 8 676, taxes incluses, pour les contingences afin de réaliser l'aménagement d'un jardin collectif éducatif du parc Jean-Briand de l'arrondissement de Pierrefonds-Roxboro et que le contrat mentionné soit accordé au plus bas soumissionnaire conforme, Lambert Infrastructure Inc., au montant de sa soumission, soit 123 944, taxes incluses, que cette dépense soit imputée conformément aux informations financières contenues au sommaire décisionnel. C'est le 20-01.
Je propose.
J'appuie.
40-01, c'est un avis de motion. L'avis de motion est donné par le conseiller et la conseillère à l'inscription pour adoption à une séance subséquente du règlement CA 29-151 sur la taxe relative aux services pour l'exercice financier 2026 et que le projet de règlement est déposé avec le sommaire décisionnel.
I propose.
J'appuie.
Non, c'est un avis de motion. C'est un avis de motion.
Pardon. Je donne l'avis de motion.
Merci. Le 40-02, c'est l'avis de motion est donné par conseiller-conseillère à l'inscription pour adoption une séance subséquente du règlement CA 29-152 concernant la tarification des divers biens, d'activités et services municipaux pour l'exercice financier 2026 et remplaçant le règlement mentionné, le projet de règlement est déposé avec le sommaire décisionnel.
Je donne l'avis de motion.
Merci. Le 70-01, c'est la fin de cette séance extraordinaire. Ça en prend un proposeur appuyant.
Je propose. J'appuie.
Merci et ça nous met fin à cette séance extraordinaire. Bonsoir à tous et on se voit, j'espère en grand nombre, le 1er décembre qui est le lundi prochain. Merci, bonsoir.